let's talk about Soulful Bowls, where the idea came from, the money that it took to start it, and why this avenue became your new passion.
Yeah, well, I definitely saw, especially being in the music industry and on-the-go personality, a lack of healthier options that were on the go for people like us, right? We're just always moving. We're always, like the quicker option is always better. But instead of the quicker option being healthy, it would always be something that's like, man, I don't need to be eating this. How did I end up here? Knee deep in a chocolate milkshake from Chick-fil-A. And I'm going to say yes to it every time until it was like, okay, we're in the quarantine. We can't go outside. What is an option that I can do that I can make for myself while I'm in the house, while I'm doing my yoga, while I'm starting my day off on a relaxing, vibe? Like, how do I keep the vibrations high? Okay, cool. I'm going to make an acai bowl. I learned acai from actually going to college in Miami. I would have never been exposed to other cultures, fruits, anything if I hadn't left Atlanta, right? So I got into Spelman. I got into, Hampton. I got into all these places that, they were great options, but I hadn't left the nest in a way of I knew I was going to be exposed to something that was beyond me. And so I'm going to class with people who are bringing plantains in for lunch. I'm going to class with people who are bringing mangoes. And I'm like, I eat apples and oranges and stuff. And you kind of feel like you're ignorant damn near, because you're just like, damn, like what I've been doing for my whole life. But if you haven't been exposed to it, you just haven't been exposed to it. So I had a friend of Jamaican descent. She's like, okay, we're going to get some acai bowls. Or she made some, I think, at home from scratch. She put a banana, some, almond milk or whatever. And, you have the packet and then you put the fruit in and you blend it. And I'm just like, okay, put some granola on top. This is nice. You can put whatever fruit you want, put it on there. So I was like, okay, cool. So I took that with me all the way to, getting older, and then realized like this was something that was a healthier snack, but it wasn't something that would make me feel groggy or like I had too much. I could have more, but it also gave me energy. Like it felt healthy, but it tasted still like a smoothie in a bowl. Mm-hmm. And so when I realized I would go on live, I called it Soulful Bowls because I would play music, I would sing. So like, mind you, music has always been like, it's always going to be behind anything I do.
We had a classic karaoke night.
We did. And I wanted to happen again, because I'm not going to lie, ad-lib karaoke, I'm on to something. Beauty is her name. Drew Hill. If you don't do the ad-libs, you're not singing the song.
True.
But so I think when you're showing people on live that you're genuinely enjoying yourself and you're making a snack for yourself while you're in the house, not moping, not going off on the internet, wasting time. I think people truly like this. I was like, okay, making a soul bowl today. So I would get off live and I would probably get back on like later on. And people would be like, Paige, when are you gonna make me a soul bowl? Like when you gonna start making these for everybody? I'm like, let me go ahead and buy this domain real quick while we in this thing, because you don't never know what's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. Now I didn't know if we were gonna get out of quarantine and events were even gonna come back. So I was like, first of all, why would you even not ever have a trade? Like, you need to be moving right. You need to have a trade. You need to have something that you're doing other than hosting. And so I just started the business and grew and to learn. My godmom, God rest her soul, she had cancer. So I would sit with her every so often. I would talk about it and she'd be like, okay, so what does it look like? Like, what does the brand story look like? What do the cartons look like? What are you telling people the benefits of it are? Like, did you decide that you want to just make it a regular bowl or brick and mortar, or do you want to do direct to consumer? Like, there was all these different options. And so we were watching, do you guys watch Ozarks?
Yeah.
It's an incredible show.
Yeah.
Watching it, she's like, man, Marty Bird got it set up. She was like, she was like, got set it up for us. I was like, go on Google, looks for like distributor for like acai, find it, like the first one. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I just might have got it. I said, I'm gonna do something with Design Macy, I promise you. And just kept going. Like every so often I would come back to something else to add to it. And that would be my favorite thing about it. And so when I would add, an element of, instead of making the bowls from scratch, I would pre-make them and pre-package them. And then I would have a recipe, getting with a chef. Shout out to Chef Day. She literally would sit with me and we would go over different recipes. Now, mind you, obviously, Soulful Bowls has to have some type of music element. So the Peaches Bowl was supposed to be the Patty Bowl. The Ladies Bowl was the Aretha Bowl. The Roses Bowl was the Outcast Bowl. And it was benefits that had like health benefits in them, right? So they're high in antioxidants. The Ladies Bowl has health benefits for women's reproductive system. The Peaches Bowl, it tastes like peach cobbler, but we make our own, crumble that's like a granola. Like the Roses Bowl, it literally has rose water in it. But it's great for men's reproductive system, the berries. So there's just so many benefits to having a healthier option and also healthier for yourself. Mm-hmm. And I think that was something that I wanted to have, especially being a Black woman, especially having, food deserts are real. Like you'll be in a space where you're like, bro, I just want a smoothie right now. Like 2 years ago, we got a smoothie, a tropical smoothie over there by the east side. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, what is this? And I knew the guy, I knew the guy that owned it or was a part owner. And I was like, I was like one of the first people because I was like, I'm so proud of you guys. And I knew acai was going to be a hit from scratch, like from jump. I knew acai was going to be something that was going to move because if you look into the acai, the history of it, first of all, it's from Brazil, but it's something that people have eaten for breakfast, lunch, dinner, anything they want for years. And I knew it was a growing market. And so I was like, all right, well, this was before Smoothie King got it, Tropical Smoothie got it. All of the, people did not have acai bowls in their companies before I started my business. Mm. And I knew that I had to start it when I started it so that I knew that when they started doing their own thing, that mine would still stay niche. Mine has prepackaged. You can freeze it up to 4 months, and it will still be good.
So how do you sell it? Where do you sell it?
Direct to consumer. I do it at pop-ups. I'm at InvestFest. Right now, I actually have a setup. So at BET Experience, I was told that there was gonna be thousands of people. I made my first oopsie, and kind of came with too much product. Mm. And I spent a lot of it was my first real hit. And I was like, bruh, this, it damn near makes you feel like you want to throw, you sick. You sick when you lose money in investments. And I was like, what do I do to come back from this? And I was like, okay, I need to leave a pallet out here in Redlands, California, and I just need to move it. I need to move it in any ways. I call myself the berry dealer because I say it like I'm a dealer. Okay, we need to move these acai bowls. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Okay, we have a setup in at somebody's movie set. I've done movie sets with Amazon. We've done video sets. We've done literal. I did Ad Week not too long ago. And I showed up as a host. Shout out to Deja, and Charles, and I showed up as a host. But the next day, Barry's Scottdale partnered with us, and we were able to give out bowls to everyone that was there for the class, for a workout class. So you just kind of utilize as much leverage as you can with whatever you're doing, whatever space I'm going to be in. I need my bowls there. There's no reason that they shouldn't be there. Mm-hmm. And so with you guys, I think I really appreciated having that platform to be able to give them out, to be able to sell them whenever you all are doing anything. It's always been something. So I just love the bowls down. I've even had, certain celebrities name drop it, and, it's been in Forbes, been name dropped before in Forbes before. Shout out to Revolt Summit. They literally had it there before. It's been in places it needs to be. Mm-hmm. Me and ASAP Ferg loves the bowls so much that he was like, I want to do a collab. It's there. So I know that people love the bowls. It's more so of how do I scale it? Obviously, grocery stores, obviously, there's airport options. There's so many options and ways you can take it. And that's kind of something that's what I'm looking for. My next goal is to kind of find a person that wants to partner and an actual VC or, an angel investor, someone that can really truly help and help me scale it. Cause I'll go from days where I'm like, I'm about to sell this company. I done did what I need to do. Let me get my money and let me get gone. Instead of that, I'm like, no. And then I'll have my little Gemini moment. I'm like, okay, you was tripping. You need legacy is important to you. And that you need to have something for the people that come after you. And I think fruit, acai, like anything that you know is going to be a healthier benefit to the world, you keep.